Good morning, everybody. Ruth Thurtle, Business Results Catalyst. Welcome to another Monday Marketing Morsel. Are these weeks flying by, or is that just me? I can't believe we are absolutely hurtling towards the end of 2014. Last week, I had a conversation with someone at a networking event, and literally we were just chatting about what was going on in her business and what was next for her. I have lots of conversation about business. I love talking business. I love helping people to see that there, might be different or better ways for them to do things, or at least just to think about it. And literally after about a 10-minute conversation, which was very, very low key for me, she said, my brain is absolutely spinning with the ideas and the thoughts that you've given to me. My comment was, imagine being in my head all of the time. But anyway, this is what we're looking at today in this marketing morsel as we start a new series. We're going to look at some marketing fundamentals, because that's all that I was talking to this lady about, was just, some of the things that can be quite basic, but can be really about taking your business to the next level. This lady is already running a very successful business, been nominated for a number of awards and is finalist for a number of upcoming awards. So, things are going well for her. But we were just kind of looking at what are some of the things. And so I'm just going to give you a very brief introduction to these, what I'm going to call marketing fundamentals. We could say marketing 101. I don't want to say marketing basics, because if you already have a successful business, I don't want you to think that these are too basic for you. What I would love for you to do is, if your business is already successful and you either want to take it to the next level, or you're just not sure if you're a little bit of a plateau or whatever else, an ideal place to start is to revisit these fundamentals. Make sure that they are still in place for you, and what you can do to maybe improve on those and tweak those first before you need to start bringing in any new fancy ideas or any new consultants such as myself who would love to come and have a chat with you. So there's 5 things that we're going to cover in more detail over the next 5 weeks that I just believe we need to have in place to have a successful business, and we need to revisit regularly to make sure that we're still holding these fundamentals really firmly in place for our own success. The first one is your mindset. Your success or failure starts up here. It starts in our head. Is your head in the right space? Is your head too cluttered, maybe? Is your mindset setting you up for success or for failure? And guess what? You get to choose. And you get to choose each and every day. And next week, that's what we're going to have a look at. How do you choose, and what do you need to choose? The second fundamental that I believe must be in place is that as a business owner, you absolutely must know who you are talking to. You must know who your ideal customer is, who your ideal profitable customer is. Again, we're going to look at this in a bit more detail. But I often find that this is something that can get a little bit lost as a business grows and becomes more successful, because we fall into the trap of wanting to serve everybody. We've talked about that previously as a mistake. The clearer you can be on what your message is, which I'm going to talk to you in a second, and who that message is for, the better you are going to be. Now, you can have a number of different messages and you can be talking to a number of different people, but in each communication that you have with your prospects or your customers, you need to be clear. So as I've said, the third fundamental is knowing exactly what it is that you have to offer. Now that might seem obvious, but you know what? Sometimes we get a little bit fuzzy on that. And this is where jargonitis sits in. That we know our stuff so well, we know the benefit, we know everything that we can do to help that person standing in front of us, that we really can get a little bit in our inability to share that with our market can come into place. So you want to know exactly what it is that you have to offer. The next fundamental is that you must understand the buying sequence. Now, what I mean by the buying sequence is What is your funnel? What is it that is set up in order to draw people to you? And what are the steps that they are going through to become your customer? Now, you must understand that from a customer point of view, but you've also got to understand it from your own business owner point of view. When was the last time you did a test run on buying things on your website? When was the last time you had someone mystery shop? When was the last time, if you're not in the business all the time, when was the last time you went and checked in and saw what customers are seeing? You have to understand that buying sequence from both sides. And the fifth fundamental is, do you have methods in place, processes in place, so that you can know what's working? Are you reviewing? Are you monitoring? One of my accounting clients and a dear friend of mine says, if you can't measure it, then you can't manage it. And if you're not knowing what's going on with your marketing, how do you know what to do again? How do you know what to let go? How do you know what tweaks you need to make? People will tell me this works really well or this doesn't work really well. And I'll always say, how do you know? What can you show me that backs that up? So those are 5 fundamentals that we're going to be digging into. For now, for this week, your home play, your challenge, should you choose to accept it, is to take a good hard look at what you are doing right now, at the marketing materials you have out there, the marketing activities that you are doing, and how well do those 5 fundamentals already fit. As I say, we are going to go into a bit more detail on each of them over the coming 5 weeks. However, to start to notice where you may need to get a bit more information and a bit more help is the first step. Have a fabulous week. That was it. That was another Monday Marketing Morsel. I'm Ruth Thurtle, Business Results Catalyst. I'll see you next week. Have a fabulous week.